Welcome back, everybody, all you replay viewers. Hello, it's Joy here from the Suburban Homestead. And today I want to talk about getting some cheaper heat into your life if possible. We used to have a wood-burning fireplace at our city house. And when we got here, we actually had a pretty nice size fireplace. I guess I could move this out of the way. But it was gas logs. And so at first when I moved in, I was like, oh my gosh, gas logs, how pretty. Pretty stupid, really. Because the gas logs just did not put out much heat. I mean, that thing could be burning and you would walk up to it and yeah, you'd feel like a little smolder, maybe this far away. But once you turned it off, it was like, no, thank you. And then when we got our gas bill, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm super frugal. And I felt like I could have cooked 100 meals for the same money and didn't get hardly any heat. So we had a tree fall down last year and we had tons of this wood. And we looked into the fireplace, made sure it was safe. We actually hired a guy to come out, clean it, because a lot of things have broken on this house and it was in pretty bad shape. So we were a little nervous about the fire source being safe. So we had someone come out. It is safe. And oh my gosh, the heat that it puts out is crazy. And it's free. So we have 2 air conditioners because the house is decent size. It's about 3,000 square feet in our main house. And we have an AC on this side that we literally just AC and heat. But right now, I know it's Houston. I know it's not that cold. I just showed y'all all these amazing gardens growing. But I mean, I think unless you're like a native Alaskan or something, that even if it's 50 degrees outside, I think people kind of generally, if the home ends up being maybe 60 degrees, that's kind of cool. I think a lot of people would want some heat. So we wear jackets. Look, I'm wearing a jacket now. We wear slippers, we wear socks. That's all the normal frugal things. But we changed this over to wood burning and we use a fan and I'll just position it. I obviously don't have a fire going right now because I have just gotten home and it's not that cold today. But we put the fan about right here and we turn it on low and it's blowing in to the fire. Seems weird. It does make the wood burn a little bit faster, but the heat that puts out is ridiculous. We can gain like 6 degrees in this room. It's a decent sized room. I'll give you a look-see. It's our main living area with our library. And then it goes in, it's open concept into our kitchen, and then our breakfast nook is here. And then, of course, we have a laundry room, and you may have seen me in my dining room, which is actually now our front room. So this air conditioning space will go up by 6 degrees with one decent fire. It's crazy. So that's how we get cheaper heat because we don't even need that fan most of the time. Once you get the heat kind of circulating, I think it's just science. It just keeps going that way. Or if you have like a fan on reverse in the kitchen, it kind of sucks it. So the other thing is the type of wood you use. This is sweet gum, which is not traditional wood to burn. It actually has, it's actually quite light and up close, it's kind of weird. Like it's a light wood. It's very hard to split, but we had one fall down and that's part of permaculture and that's part of homesteading is you just use what you have. It took a lot longer to split it, but we didn't have an oak tree that fell. We had a sweet gum tree. It doesn't have sap. It does take a lot more effort to keep reloading the fireplace, but we try to make it efficient by loading up the fireplace when we can, and we're going to build a bigger wood holder inside. The other thing is out here, because we are just constantly out here, we just love to sit outside. And right now it's about 54 degrees, so it's a little chilly to sit outside. And Grandpa gave us this for Christmas. And they're actually not that expensive, but we weren't going to spend $150 on it. And so we had like a little electric heater that we put out. And so like if we were sitting on the sofa, I would have the heater like right here. It's crazy, I know. And this is run by propane, which is also a really hot burning fuel. And it doesn't cost that much. It's like a little tank in the bottom here. I don't know. When I pick it up, it feels like 20 or 30 pounds. And I think it costs like $10 to refill, and it lasts for a long time. We've been barbecuing and using this heater for the last month for over 6 months. So it's not a huge investment if you think about your natural gas bill, if you were using natural gas to heat, or if you were using electricity. Not in Houston area. The bills are just too darn high. So I'm not really sure if my connection's great or not. It doesn't look like I can't see everybody who's here, but I just want to say thanks for tuning in, and just look for ways when a tree falls in your own yard, or you see your neighbors have things out for heavy trash, or maybe you live a little more rural and you see a property that happens to have some trees that have been either felled or they've just fallen naturally. Just stop by, or see the owner and see if they need help moving it. A lot of times they'll give you the wood for free. So that's my favorite 4-letter word, and that's my tip of the day on cheaper heat, is to try to stay off the grid. Try to find some free wood instead of stopping and paying the high prices like at a grocery store or at the side of the road. Build your fire efficiently. Use a fan to get it going, and be careful about safety. Make sure that you have a good working fireplace, or maybe a nice cast iron stove. And do yourself a favor and snuggle up. All right. Peace out, and I think I'll do another video on what's in my window, because I haven't done that in a while. Alrighty, talk to you soon. Peace out. Bye-bye.